Recently, I saw a couple of videos about how party culture is fading away for Gen Z and probably even more so for Gen Alpha. And as an older member of Gen Z who remembers bits and pieces of those party culture shows they were talking about, like Cole Hastings and talked about Jersey Shore and the drinking and partying that it was promoting compared to the more introverted versions of the more introverted activities that's depicted in shows like I think he cited Euphoria. I I don't remember the specifics that he cited, but Jersey Shore is the baseline for what it was like in the early 2010s. I mean, just watch some of the older Smosh videos from that era and you'll see it demonstrated. Yeah, being just days away from having been born a millennial if I'd been born 3 days early, I think I've seen a bit of both sides of the millennial party culture and the Gen Z isolation culture, I guess, would be the best way to describe it. I mean, there was still some partying at the college I went to. I just didn't participate because I was a commuter. I wasn't really invited to any didn't want, because I didn't really do anything out there. And I don't think I would have accepted even if I was invited because I disliked drinking so much, I didn't want it anywhere near me, and I knew that it was gonna happen. And you know what? I say good riddance to party culture. Again, you know my feelings about how I hate drinking, whether it's past videos or literally just said it a minute ago. Partying like that, honestly, it never made sense to me. Like, I saw a lot of that party culture in media when I was like 14 or so. I've actually never been to a house party, which wasn't as much of a thing by the time I was in high school from 2011 to 2015. I mean, I'd hear bits and pieces of it, but again, since I wasn't in any sort of activities, I literally would just go straight home every day because that's what I wanted to do. Yeah, I'd go straight home, knock my homework out of the way, and then just play video games or watch something until bedtime. Yeah, it just never really appealed to me. And you know what? I'm at peace with my decisions. I just wish I'd spent less money on buying a new video game every week and then just tossing it to the side when I should have learned to appreciate every individual video game that I had. Now, I was into making the short films that I made throughout high school in sophomore, junior, and senior year, so it's not like I did literally nothing. I just chose to do things my way. Yeah, and I'd see some photos from parties for my peers, and I didn't really feel jealous, I'm not gonna lie. I gave myself the Saturday movie to give myself something to look forward to at the end of each week. So while other people went out and partied and then later in life got drunk, I would stay home and watch my Saturday movie. Or back when I had the theater trips, as I called them, as part of it, I would go do that. Yeah, some of you in the comments are probably going to say, "Oh, wow, Henry, you are such a loser." No, I was going my own way, if you will. I knew what I wanted, I knew what I didn't want. And I guess you could say I set my boundaries, but I found myself not actually wanting to be involved in that kind of party culture anyway. Like the kind of parties that I know that cast members of the school plays would have, the members of the different sports teams. It was all kind of annoying to me at best or disgusted me at worst. That sounds a little puritanical, but hey, maybe that's just who I am deep down. Now, if you partook in that and enjoyed it, more power to you. You did what you want. That's your choice, and I always respect people's choices. Even when I don't always agree with them, I respect that it's their choice, and I accept that there's nothing I can really do to change it, or that it's not my place to force it. Now, I wouldn't actively recommend party culture of any kind. I would definitely not recommend it. But if you, as an adult of sound mind and body, wish to partake in partying like that, I can't try and stop you. I'm just some guy in a YouTube video talking into a camera, uh, wondering how many people are actually going to watch this. Yeah, ultimately, I regret nothing about that because who knows who knows how much worse it would have been. Who knows how much worse off I'd be now? Like, what if there was an incident where someone overdrank, something terrible happened, and I was somehow held liable? Yeah, that's actually making me double glad that I didn't participate in that kind of culture. Yeah, I'm glad that I don't have too many mistakes to learn from. Because I remember in Cole Hastings' video, he said something about how the Zoomers who aren't participating in party culture also aren't being exposed to the ability to learn from mistakes. I say learn from other people's mistakes, like how I learned from my friend not to go to Five Guys on a Saturday because you never know if there's going to be a really long delay for something like a milkshake. Which, like I said in that video, you're better off just buying the materials at home. Not buying them directly at home, buying them at the store, bring them home, and then making it yourself. So I'm recording this on a Sunday. Yesterday was Saturday. Oh my god, I just sounded like the Rebecca Black song Friday, which actually did depict 20 early 2010s party culture just like that. But anyway, I did not leave the house yesterday. I woke up late because I don't feel ready to talk about that just yet. But I decided to skip to push my kickboxing to today and then the core from that to tomorrow. I made pizza dough. I let it rise while I was taking care of other things. Then I made a big square pizza, ate it. It was a pepperoni and jalapeno one. And I played Pokemon Brilliant Diamond to beat the champion, and now I just need to download this Luminion from Pokemon Home that I got in the GTS while I still have the paid subscription to Pokemon Home. And then I can complete the Sinnoh Dex, get the National Dex, and then I think I'm gonna go to Pal Park and catch what other legendaries I can for the sake of replenishing Pokemon Home, or just to say I got more value for the games that I bought. But yeah, I did not leave the house. I did not go to an overcrowded restaurant. If it weren't for my mom's knee injury and the fact that she's taking a break from physically going into the gym right now because of that, I might have gone to the supermarket to redeem the cans and bottles I have, but I went on Friday and picked up a couple of things on the way back from the instant gratification job. Yeah, and then I watched the movie Back in Action as part of my Netflix reactivation, exploiting the F out of that subscription before it expires because the price went up $2 extra. So yeah, overall, party culture, glad it's gone. Really hope it doesn't come back. Though it won't really affect me because if it somehow does come back in, say, 30 years when Gen Beta's grown up, they've seen what happened to Gen Z and Gen Alpha, and then they're the parents of what would it be by then? The fourth letter in the Greek alphabet. Maybe they'll have seen the effects of that, and then smartphones will be more in the background, and then they'll bring back party culture because they'll make a point of in-person events and in-person interactions and all that. So yeah, comment down below what you think of party culture, whether you experienced it or not. I'm glad that I was kind of an outside observer, again, as the one of the oldest members of Gen Z, who falls into a bit of an overlap because my high school graduating class was the last of the millennials and the first of the Gen Z. Give this video a like, subscribe for daily uploads. I'll see you soon.